Bismillah walhamdulillah wa sallallahu wa sallam ala rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi wa man ittaqa. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We were talking about the student teachers under Shaykh al-Albaani. Now why do we call them students teachers? Because they never stopped being students, and they're still students now. Back in the days, early 90s, the 90s, everyone was a talib al-ilm. We were all tulab al-ilm. We were studying, and we didn't have any problems with each other. When the fitna came and people started picking sides, the students of Albaani were never attacked until after Albaani died. After he died, I noticed they didn't change. They kept doing what they were doing, which was studying and teaching. Every last one of these people I'm naming here have written 20s of books, 10s of books that we benefit from tremendously. Abu Islam is probably the least known in the West, but he was more known than most of these other people in the area of Jordan and Bahrain and Kuwait. Abu Islam, his nickname was Khatibu Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. He was considered the Khatib, the spokesman of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, because of his strong khutbahs. He was also called Asadul Manabir, the lion of the minbar. Okay? He was a da'i. He was the local community figure. He was the one that people came to about marital issues. He was Aslan. Originally, he was a math teacher. He said that I never made one decision after I met Shaykh al-Albaani, rahimahullah, without asking Shaykh al-Albaani, what should I do? Him and Abdul Azim al-Badawi, they were best friends. After Abdul Azim al-Badawi graduated from Azhar, and he got his PhD, then the two of them left and came to go study with Shaykh al-Albaani. After that, then they began their rihla as tulab al-ilm under Shaykh al-Albaani. And then during the life of Shaykh al-Albaani, these two were leading the salah, and Albaani was in the ranks with them. He was putting them forward to lead the salah, giving them forward to give the khutbahs. And then afterwards, Abu Islam kept giving the khutbahs, even after the death of Albaani. And he was like the principal of the masjid. He was also, like I said, the community figure, the one that did and knew everybody and helped and worked with everybody and gave the classes and organized the masjid for what was going on, the tartib in the organization. When he died a month ago, I'm saying if you look at the video of the death of the janazah of Abu Islam, they said over 1 million people came. But let's say they're wrong. Let's say half that. That's 250,000 people. When I looked at it, there was people as far as you can see one way, as far as you can see another way. The whole man came out to this man's funeral, to this man's janazah. Not seen before in this day and time outside of Medina or Mecca. So this is what this sheikh was. And I met him time and time again in Sheen, in Egypt. He would come and he was a da'i. He was very soft-spoken, funny, young. That was before he got sick. And some say he got sick because people gave him the ayn. You know, when people talk nice about you or talk bad about you, and they don't say tabarakallah, Allahumma barik fi. And these types of things, you can give your brother the ayn. And so he went from being a healthy man to being a sick man, and then he kept on going with that until finally he passed away a month ago. MuHammad Moosaa Nasr, the famous sheikh. So this is the Khatib. This is the Khatib. Moosaa is the Qari. The science of the Qur'an, the Qari of the Qira'at, was MuHammad Moosaa Nasr. He just passed away a few days ago. That's the one I mentioned earlier. Again, he was a big guy, these big Philistine guys. They're big and boisterous, look like warriors. Again, now Shaykh Saleh wasn't big either. He was my build. Exactly, we were about the same height and everything. Okay? When he got sick, he lost some weight, but that's his build. And again, Abdul Azim is again the same height as me and everything. But Moosaa Nasr is one of those stout guys. Then we have, this is Abu Islam. I mentioned him twice, I don't know why. Now what I was supposed to put here is Muhammad Jibali. Now Muhammad Jibali again is one of the students of Shaykh al-Albaani, hafidhahullah wa a'anahu. And I'm going to talk about him in a moment, because a lot of people have forgotten the wonderful things and the many things that Shaykh Jabali has done for us. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر لي ولكم.